Buffett made a statement and said that it is those that say money cannot be a source of happiness should first have it, then they should declare that money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy happiness has been a very much repeated statement, and so often that people stop thinking about it. Our role here is going to be to redefine the conversation with precision and evidence. I need statistics that should back already what we would term as a biased conversation we are having today. Does money buy happiness? And today, at the Youth Voice Show, I am joined with a panel of people that have been exposed. They would literally tell us whether money can buy happiness. On my extreme right is my friend, senior comrade, Laban Musinguzi. Nice to have you here, sir.
Nice to host me.
Next to Laban is Abuok Caroline. It's been a while. Are you well?
Yes, I am.
Are you fine?
I am fine.
Are you happy?
I am very happy.
Next to Carol is Alan Mugisha. Hold your mic and affirm to the viewers that you are here.
Yes, I am Alan Mugisha, as stated.
You're welcome.
And I'm happy.
You're happy? Okay. So before we ask whether money buys happiness, we need to define what happiness is. And the definition that you give will give us a bar on whether we can affirm today that money buys happiness or money does not buy happiness. So after that, this panel will be none like any other. Whatever we discuss here will not be a Q&A, but we shall share views and what we have seen and what we have gone through. So, to define, if we say money can't buy happiness, what is the happiness that we are talking about here? What is happiness? Is it pleasure? Is it comfort? Is it excitement? Is it a peace of mind? Is it a sense of purpose? What is happiness?
We are all
In context that money can't buy happiness, or whether money can buy happiness. What is the term here that we're talking about? What is happiness?
I know we've been all looking at each other.
On who should start?
Or we should go. Yeah, but I understand happiness as over, a joy, a peace, fulfillment, contentment, and basically those words. Peace, joy, deep as in it is heartly.
Carol, what is happiness?
I'm still going. These ones come from, perhaps fulfilled dreams, healthy relationships.
You have to bring that, yes.
Meaningful life. And, living a life that, aligns with what you feel like is your calling, is your purpose. Yeah.
Carol, what is happiness? At least we need to define happiness.
When I was talking about relationships, this man he appreciated me.
That is why I'm choosing Carol to also give us an aspect of what happiness is from a masculine and maybe a feminine side of you.
I'm not going to go in that perspective. But according to different scholars like Aristotle, Willigan, they define happiness as a state of well-being, life satisfaction, and having a meaningful life.
Sure.
Right.
It's not only about pleasure or money, but they define some key elements that come out to define what really happiness is.
Happiness.
You hijack even before I give you a Yes, what is happiness?
Happiness, in my own point of view, not according to Aristotle.
Okay.
It's an illustration or an expression of love. If at all, If at all, if
You
at all,
said, you
if
said
at
Laban
all,
was a philosophical man, but you're turning out to be the philosophical one.
if at all I'm loved, I'll be happy. It will be a source of joy. If at all I love, I'll be happy.
Okay.
That's before putting in the concept of if money buys. Remembering from my point of view, because I do believe you can have nothing and be happy because you are loved or you love. Because at the end of the day, God is love.
Okay.
And it's the source of happiness.
So to him, happiness is
It's love.
relation as it.
No, don't take me there. It's love.
Oh.
It's love.
Okay, according to Princeton University, a study was conducted and it found out that emotional well-being rises with income, but levels off around a certain threshold.
Pardon?
Emotional well-being rises with income,
That is
but
true.
it levels off at a certain threshold. Now, we have defined what happiness is, and I think according to the narrative here, we agree that joy, contentment, fulfillment, some sense of purpose and peace, it could be relational, that is happiness. Now, I want to understand how happiness, how the money subject enters happiness. Because none of you said happiness is money. So I want to understand how the
No.
money aspect gets into the aspect of happiness.
Now, I'll start before you even give me the hand.
You're just making it a practice. Everyone wants to hijack. It's okay.
So you see, something concerning money. Money helps in actually fulfilling most of the things you've spoken about, like contentment, peace. There is that peace that you get when you have money. And at some level, I agree with the study that, yes, the income will lead to some bit of happiness in people. Because at some point, stress will reduce. And once stress reduces, you see different well-beings, different levels of well-being of a human being. Like they get contentment, they get peace, they have meaningful lives, and other things that we've defined with happiness. Yes, Laban.
I know that's next level.
You know, the most hungry people are the people with the money. The most uncontented people are.
Yes,
Isn't
I
what-
Okay, no.
I was coming to that point.
Yeah,
I was coming to that point.
I'm not challenging his point. Just I was showing the other face. But to me, there's something you've read there that well-being raises with income.
Emotional well-being increases with income.
But at some point,
It levels off
it levels.
when it reaches a particular threshold.
Now, when you were reading that, I was, imagining it. When money can really provide comfort, as she has been saying.
A lot of comfort.
Yeah, it can settle your shortages. It can reduce your stress. It makes life easier. But when you reach a level when your basic needs are satisfied, and maybe your reasonable well-being, is okay.
Reasonable well-being.
Yeah. So now money becomes just more of convenience. It may not necessarily here. That's why they are saying it levels. You will reach a point whereby you have everything and money can really do nothing. But this happiness, you will seek it daily. You read a quote from Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett has another quote here. Yeah, it says that if you're in my age and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is. Warren Buffett is speaking at a point whereby he has everything. And there are things that perhaps he's thinking that money can't provide. it leveled everything now. He got his basic needs. And, you know, he wants relationships. He wants love. You know, he wants peace. He wants value. He wants purpose. He wants to impact lives.
But, Laban, just to cut you short, do you realize that there are some people who have the money and are happy?
Yeah.
They have everything that it takes to have happiness in their lives.
Yeah, I'm not doing out with that.
Maybe to add more salt in that analysis. What we have just unpacked here is we see money because it is tied to the basic securities, security, freedom, status, access, healthcare experiences, networks. It can get you what you want to do at when and how. It makes money because you're fulfilling something that you feel is demanding in yourself. That is how money can help you become happy. But before you come, if money delivers all these advantages, why do we still see wealthy individuals? That is the point Laban is making. Why do we still see wealthy individuals struggling with dissatisfaction, broken relationships, and even depression? You realize the richest man in the world.
He's single.
Not single in a sense, but
You had to mention that divorce part because most of them are divorced.
his divorce levels are accounting more than, it's not one, it's not two. There have been a number of them. And almost those people that are high up that bar, they have divorce issues. So if money delivers all these advantages, why do we still see wealthy people struggling with dissatisfaction and broken relationships?
Allow me drop this bomb. One time, one of our famous rappers, that is Eminem, he was asked the same question. And as a person who has heard it all, he said, people say money does not buy happiness. And I agree with you. It buys crazy happiness.
Okay.
Why he said that was money translates your intentions into physicalities.
Reality.
Into reality. If at all I want to do something, I can't be happy that what I want to do, I can't actually do it. But if at all money comes, it gives me the means of doing what I want. Do you know the feeling of going on a date? Huh?
You had to bring a date issue.
You are seeking love.
You go on a date, and you've come all dressed up to kill this lady. And she orders the most expensive thing when you can afford only half of it.
Embarrassment.
Okay.
You'll feel the lowest. If all unhappiness is here, you'll be here. Because you've set out to impress someone. Because when you impress her or impress him, you'll feel that certain point of contentment and happiness. But the fact that you can't translate your intentions into physicalities, you can't be happy. But as you said, you can do this for just long enough. That's where his concept comes in. You reach at a point whereby the person you are translating to make happy is not making you happy. I don't know if you're
Or, just to go back to his question, let me tell you, there are some people, why the divorce are many.
I know where you're going. Okay.
No, why divorcees the richest men? Okay, why the richest men can't find happiness? Sometimes is because they resort most of their time to making money. That is where the greed part comes in, and the uncontentment of having enough money comes in. Like I'm at the peak. I want to be recognized as the world's richest man every year. You get that point? Now, when that context comes in, I am going to forget my other things that can bring me happiness.
So money is defining you.
Exactly. So you reach a point of you not deciding on the path you want to go. You no longer have time for family. Okay? Your kids don't see you. Your wife doesn't notice you. You yourself don't even notice them. Because your main goal now is to have money. Money becomes your priority in everything, and it drives away from the things that we are looking at that can bring happiness, regardless you have money. You get the point? And at the end of it all, as a woman, honestly, if
I knew
I'm
this point would come. I knew
as
this
a
point
woman,
would come.
if my man is not giving me the attention that I deserve, because we have the money, we can go on the dates, Alan. Okay? We can go on the dates, we can afford everything. I can choose to have breakfast in Dubai, have lunch in Los Angeles. You get?
But I can't sell you the
But
time.
you cannot give me that, even if it's 1 hour of your time. Reason being, your goal derived away from defining happiness around the people who are
Who
with
matter.
you, who matter, who can give you the comfort, who can give you the peace of mind, and you take it away to money.
Money has replaced you
I
in
will
the
choose
marriage.
to divorce
How about
take-
research?
After me giving you everything.
and take
I
half of the riches.
I had to make a lot of research on these things, and I want to read them just exactly the way they are. Research from Harvard states a point and says it's about long-term adult development study. It says that strong relationships, not wealth, are the strongest predictor of long-term happiness and life satisfaction. Just like Carol has said, that money will solve certain problems.
Yeah.
But it seems unable to solve the deepest human needs. Because remember the advantages we were talking about? We are making intentions come. We are buying security, healthcare, and all those things. But those particular things are basic needs, but the deepest is
The affection.
if some of you have been exposed
Peace
to
of mind.
the Abraham Maslow level of
Yes.
Abraham Maslow
Of happiness.
hierarchy of needs, you realize those basic things are actually down here. And that money and security is not up there. What gets you that contentment, peace, and that excitement that I have really reached is not money, but it is that self-actualization,
Yes.
that feed that you give to yourself that I was desiring this. Someone comment about
There's nothing in this world that is as expensive as something that is free.
Throw more light. Don't leave us
You see
hanging.
what she said, that the husband will give her everything, take her to Dubai for breakfast, and all. But the free thing, which is just time, sitting down and saying nothing
People are
for
getting
30
a lot
minutes.
of hope.
Yeah. For 30 minutes. You can't buy that. Because that has to come what? That has to come naturally. You can't buy. That's why the most expensive things in this world are always free.
So we transition now. We transition now, and we are leaving the level of money can't buy complete happiness.
True.
So it buys you something until it
It
cannot.
supports.
It
Yeah.
just supports the means. And there's a point that Carol highlighted and said that the problem reaches when we want that status of money to define who we are.
Yeah.
And at that particular moment, we have lost it. We have lost it. But how do you create a balance of where money cannot sway you, cannot take you away from the right path? Because the more it rises, seems to be more tempting to use on some other things. There's a verse in the Bible, I think it is in Ecclesiastes, that says, "Whoever loves money never has enough." And 1 Timothy, a verse that
The other one is Ecclesiastes 5:10. Yeah.
and there's a one in 1 Timothy that people usually never want to read and emphasize that it is the love of money, not money, that is the root of all kinds of evil. So how do we draw a balance not to find ourselves in that tempting move or path that money is going to throw us off balance?
Dear Benedict,
Dear Benedict.
Dear, huh? This must be
Whatever is
serious.
coming.
It is serious.
let me tell you, when you grow up,
You're still young.
yes, when someone grows up and you get to see different dynamics of life, is when you understand that truly money can control you. Let me tell you something. If I have 50,000, I might not be pleased that but let them pay me. Okay, salary. You know, people who receive the 6-digit salaries. That money pops in your account, and honestly, you don't feel like greeting your neighbor. No, I'm talking of the simple status where you are. Okay, of you reaching out to a friend and you're like, hello, how are you? How are things moving? Now, if you've failed to control money at the lowest income that you're earning,
a small 300,
the
makes you
smallest
unruly.
you get, if you failed, let me tell you, money will control you your entire life. It has to start from the smallest amount of money. Know how you can balance between how you spend your money, what you do in your money, and the people around you that matter with your money. We are not saying that money is not going to go away. No, money is to stay. Because it is the center of everything. It makes life soft, but how are you going to maintain it and also maintain the relationships that will bring the happiness and contentment in your life?
Yeah.
You get the point?
Yeah.
What brings happiness?
You've made me remember this quotation from Ellen G. White.
Our sister.
Yeah, the book is called Prophets and Kings, chapter 3. She says, it is not the empty cup that gives difficulty to carry, but the cup full to the brim. Now, she's talking about this relating to Solomon. God made him rich and wise, and God filled his cup, and the end was not good. So it comes back to the money thingy. She has been saying that even the smallest, even that small 50K can be enough to
throw you off balance.
Yeah, to fill your cup. And we're talking about money defining who you are. If you're chasing money to give you value, time we were saying in some episode that we already have value. We don't self-generate it. We receive it from God. As in, we are created in His image. He has created us wonderfully. And He has installed in us, gifts that are so precious. So we have that value. So money cannot define who we are. So if you want money to define who you are, so it becomes dangerous that you will want money at every cost, that you will lose relationships, lose, all the things that really matter in life. And you will wake up when it is too late, that you've lost everything, and that money cannot buy it back. So it is always important, as we are pursuing for money, I need money. And whatsoever I'm doing, most of them, I'm looking for money. But at the end of the day, I have values that govern my pursuit for money. There are things I cannot do because I want money. Because at the end of the day, as I'm looking for money to be happy, the consequences of those bad things I'm doing to get money, it will be actually sadness. It will be, I will not have peace in me. I will have guilt. I will have shame. I will lose repetition. So that is it. And money cannot buy repetition back. And actually, money, if there is anything that has killed image, it is money. And one said, one of the former president's advisors, this man who was so what day?
Mirundi.
Yeah, Tamale Mirundi. He said that credibility is like virginity. You lose it once. So that is it. Money, your pursuit for money without values will kill your image, and you can't buy those things, as in you're talking about things that are, you said deep, things that really matter. Money won't buy them back.
All right, we are just halfway the session, and we have already found out other things or other subjects that actually bring pure happiness. You talked about King Solomon until he was promised and told that God is going to punish you for whatever you've done wrong upon that cup you have been carrying. that is, some commentaries say that is when he actually gets back the knowledge and starts writing the book of Ecclesiastes. But how he ends, me and you can, can attest to that. We shall take a short break. After that, we shall return on the same topic. Welcome back, dear our viewers. This is the Hope channel. I realized I have a tendency of introducing myself in the second session. I never do it. My name is Benedict Luswat, and I am the host of this topic today. Does money buy happiness?
She introduced you before you introduced you.
That's an interesting one. I never look at myself that as important. Maybe.
You are.
Thank you. Then, as we continue to digest this section of whether money can buy happiness or not, I have a question. Where is the bar? Where do we? Okay, let me first ask this one. If you received 10 million shillings on your phone right now, and it clicked, before I even complete, Carol's already smiling, and it clicked on your phone. Ta-da! 10 million shillings. You've gotten it on your phone.
Honestly.
How would you feel?
Like, honestly.
First and foremost, me, the money ringtone is different even in my phone. I always notice that is a money tone. That is a mobile money or money. There is a way it rings.
The phone vibrates differently.
Now, I assure you, I'll just walk away. I'll not even tell anyone.
You won't even finish our show.
Benedict, they say money is the root to all evil, but I've been thinking about that since you mentioned that statement. Lack of preparation
The Bible mentioned
for money, yes. Lack of preparation for money makes it disastrous for us. I've been with people who what you've said happened to them. I have a brother that I follow. He got 5 million. I was traveling to Kigali on Thursday. He got the man on Friday. I came back on Tuesday. When there's DSTV at home, there's a new screen, there's a PS, and some new shoppings. But trust me, the 5 million didn't reach Friday. It didn't reach Friday.
Guy had
Within a month's time, he was selling
the
the
thing he bought
TV.
with the 5 million.
He was selling the TV that he bought and the DSTV within a month's time.
Wow.
That means we have to we have to have time to prepare ourselves for money. Otherwise, it will be our distraction. Because it has that capability. If it can destabilize you in your relationships, in your social life, whereby I don't greet.
I don't.
I can
Why
say
should
that,
I?
can I slap and I give you 50K? I slap you because I feel I have that power. So as adults, because we are all adults, we should learn the art of preparing for money. Because money will come. As our finance minister said, money will come. Money came. But are we ready to receive the money?
And actually, I think it would even have come faster if we were prepared.
Laban, you reminded me of a small statement that people say that the reason why I don't have money is because God knows.
If I give,
Okay, yeah.
God knows that if He gives it to me, I'll be a different person.
You know, it is different. I understand that I have a part to play to look for money, and I'm playing my part. But when I look back, I see it like it would be disaster for me. I have an experience. You know, the way I was groomed, I was the last born, but I was not actually a last born. I used to... That's what I should say. I grew up in a very aggressive way. So I looked at my elder sisters, and some of them had finished studies. They are home, they are looking for jobs. Me, I'm still in secondary, I'm making my money. So I used to look at them and I'm not understanding them. I'm like, sister, you are done with the bachelor and you are here home. Yeah. Until I finished school. And
Face to face with reality.
yeah, I faced the reality. To an extent that I reached a point where now this lady I was piercing or, pressuring, she's the one I have to give a call because now she's done with that phase. She has settled. I have to give her the call that, sister, can you, things are not okay.
Laban, you see, I agree with you at some point. You see, they say money comes with a lot of responsibilities.
Exactly. That is also a point I was going to emphasize.
When you have little, when you earn, when you are in secondary, that little money that you earn, it can cover all your all your needs, and you even have a balance. You get, and now it reaches a point where you earn 2 million. Okay, and it's not even enough to cater for all your needs because the responsibilities that have come with the money, you cannot contain them. And this is going to push you to even work more harder. Yet, the more you work, the more you earn, the more responsibilities that are going to come.
Sure.
So at the end of it all, you find yourself in that
cycle.
In that cycle, that dilemma. And honestly, at the end of it all, money takes you its way. And that is how people actually end up in that direction, the one that we're talking about.
Someone said that rich people don't even dress like they are rich. Like he's in suits, ties every time, strangling himself. But a rich person, he comes putting on shirts. I think because they have seen it all.
I never want us to downplay the value of money. But I also want to extend this discussion to what is the real goal of money? Don't you think we have only given money a goal of happiness to achieve? Or is it the only goal that money has to achieve?
No.
Because we might end up giving a lot of expectations to money. The book of Ecclesiastes says that the more money you have, the more mouths you have to feed. That kind of responsibility that comes to it. Are we giving money? What is the actual reason as to why we are looking for money? Is it to fill gaps, or there's another God call that requires us to use this, that we are supposed to use this money for?
No, of course we know.
In that direction.
Paul, when he's writing to Timothy, Timothy was one like us. He was a young man. And if there is anyone he wrote to about money, contentment, it was Timothy, because I think we are more in danger of the money-love effects than any other group of people. But Paul is...
The youth?
Yeah, the youth. Yeah, but Paul is writing that not because money was nothing to Paul. You see him that he had to juggle work and gospel. He had to make tents to look for money to finance his journeys. So money has always been a blood, a fluid for things to flow. And I am a dreamer. I have ministries I want to do. But how can I start without money? You know when we talk about that parable of the Samaritan, the first was the Levi who passed by this wounded man. Then we had the priest. Was it the priest first? Okay, the two passed by. Now this Samaritan came, actually, the Samaritan had a donkey, as in had a vehicle to transport.
He had the money.
The V8 of that time.
He had the money to go and pay bills of this man here who was wounded. And sometimes I'm like, what if the Levite had nothing? But of course he had something to do. Even if he had money, he would call the neighbors and so. But it shows you that we really need money, and that's why even in our churches we talk about it. We have development, because We need it, and God has told us that all riches are in Him. We are seeking Him, that all blessings should come. So money has value. It is not something to downplay.
It seems I'm going to be the controversial person here today in all aspects. Huh? Remember when I said that for me, happiness is love, in translation. When you ask that question, that what is our expectation when you have the money? Why do you have to have money actually? Remember that verse that says the summary of the 10 Commandments. Love your God with all your heart, and everything. And then the second bit is love your neighbor as you love yourself. We receive money to fulfill our responsibility in society.
Responsibility to our neighbor.
To our neighbors. Okay? That means if at all I can't fulfill my responsibility to my neighbor, I can't be happy. Because if at all there's anger around me, it is hard to be happy in a society that is angry.
If you cannot feed all of them.
Also, of course you can't. But also, when it comes to me, I have a family. If at all I can provide for...
Carol.
If at all I can provide...
Alan, Carol said, what if you cannot feed all of them? Does that mean you have to neglect the entire bit of...
You are not God. You can't make everyone happy.
Because
but
God gives you the resources.
You're a steward of this
steward.
money. You do, and God knows you have done what you can. I can't say because I have to make sure that things happen at church that all my salary has to go to church activities. No.
Then why does the church think that way?
The person I love, my wife, in 5 years' time. If at all I provide for her, I'll be happy, trust me. Because they say a happy wife is a what? A happy family. That means at the end of the day, it's not about fulfilling my desires, but by fulfilling the desires of the world around me and of the people I love.
Alan, let me interject.
Alan gets us to actually a deeper point. That one of the things I have quoted, the Levite is not cautioned on not having. The Levite or the Pharisee, the teacher of the law, passing the wounded, is not quoted because of not having. They are quoted because of their heart. Okay. Yeah. One point. The other point Alan poses, he says, whatever resource that you are given, it is for others and not for your own satisfaction.
But honestly, tell me how I'm going to love my neighbor when I don't love myself. Tell me how I'm going to fulfill someone else's satisfaction.
Carol,
you can't satisfy them.
This is all I'm not satisfying my own self.
We are coming to that.
I was trying to check
I am... should I go there?
Let me first answer, maybe. Should I first answer, Mr. Coordinator?
It's okay.
I've not said... that's why I said that not everything that you get,
is
give
for
it.
others.
I've just said, translate. What does the verse say? Don't get all your 5 million and say that now, since I'm a good steward, all the 5 million, half of it is going to the community, half of it is going to whatever, to the church. And then I'm happy. No.
I
said that somewhere. Not all of it.
Keep on satisfying.
And you can't satisfy the community, trust me.
That point, Carol, is whatever you are given, that's love yourself before loving your neighbor. Whatever resources you're given, it is just to keep you in a good position, a stable position to support your neighbor. It is also spoken contrary to if you support other people and you yourself, you're not taking care of yourself. I think, is it James or Timothy that talks about it and says that if you go out and give to the neighbors and give to everyone but your own fellow people inside the house are lacking.
That's a sin.
Can I speak for the boy child?
are lacking before they are lacking. It is not. So one of the other roles, as we discover, the roles of money is actually to put you in a better position for service to others. The problem comes when on that serving others,
you didn't serve yourself.
You added another budget to yourself.
The verse says,
love
whatever
others.
you do it for the glory of God.
Yes.
Why are you pursuing money? So that is a question that everyone should ask himself. As in, where is God's glory at the end of that day?
I am giving back. I am giving back. Yes. But just to speak for the boy child, dear men,
Hey, there are 3 boys. Yeah.
please
yes,
first
girl.
satisfy your own selves before you satisfy a woman.
Okay, so we also discover the position of money in our lives. That our emphasis is we are looking for money for a deeper emotional connection rather than, because like we said in the beginning, money is here to cover up the existential gaps, but as well, past that point, it is meant to build deeper connections with the people around you. And we also investigate and see that the ultimate goal of whatever resource that you receive is first putting you in a position stable enough. That position is not defined by you, but it's defined by God. Because people will come out and say, a good position is me having a car. A very good car, all those luxuries before I can move out to others. But
And that's how the world values us actually.
exactly.
So
So
that here you give us chance to speak. We don't have cars, but somewhere else I won't be allowed to
You
speak.
will
have to come with a
actually, they find you seated in front and they take you behind because someone who has a car is coming.
has come in.
Yes.
And as Christians, as the youth, we are called to not conform to the standards of the world. The way we are living as Christians, our living, our happiness should be defined by the standard of the world. This conversation seems to be going somewhere. Laban, you were saying something.
Twagala se.
The fact is, I will not drive away to the question. From the question, does money buy happiness? Yes. It does. To a greater extent.
Yes.
Because honestly, if you do not have money, there are some things that are prone to happen. People go into depression because they don't have money, because they are broke. We see people actually killing themselves because of not having money. So at a greater extent, money can buy happiness, but it cannot buy true happiness.
Okay. You make a very profound point that before you want to put happiness on the plate of the other person, make sure at least
You're happy.
happiness
done
can
something
provide
about
can
this.
come to
Before
your
you're
to
thinking
your
of your future wife, 5 years.
before you actually
Before you think of yourself.
okay. We also looked at a danger where money can make if you allow to be defined by money, it becomes the danger is money defining you and making like your identity is related to money. How do we pursue that financial success, at least the minimum of my happiness today, that I can translate to others there without allowing it to become my identity? Without it making a point that I am defining the status of happiness by the amount of money that I have. How?
At some point, I'll go back to Alan's point of love. Because you see, love is very strong. Whereby if you uphold love in your heart, there is a way you can manage money and happiness. And at the end of it all, it can, at some point, not drive you that side. But what can you give the world? How does the world see you? What can you offer as you in your own? Where do you want the world to see you? Do you want to see yourself at the apex of everything? Do you want to see yourself as the richest person in the world? Or you value relationships, you value love, you value contentment, you value peace. So when you know what values you can get with happiness, you can pursue that alongside the money.
As we sum up this conversation,
Yes.
I know if you were to choose moderate wealth, if we were to choose moderate wealth with deep relationships, or extreme wealth with shallow connections, which one is wiser investment?
Pardon?
If you had to choose moderate wealth with deep relationships, or extreme wealth with shallow connections, which one is wiser investment?
I'd invest in deeper relations because at least they are long term. Even if money is temporary, at least those connections will bring in more money.
When Job got issues, a number of his friends departed from him because he had lost a lot of wealth.
Yeah, I'll just for the to let money just refuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes, me too. Relationships can also disappoint.
Either
But
way.
you know, money at some point cannot break your heart.
You can cry in a glee.
I rather cry in a girl than,
yeah, you know, before you conclude, Mr. Benedict, there is someone who sent in our church group a quotation. And don't talk about morality when you're still poor. Talk about morality when you have the finance, the money
be
to finance your temptation.
Hello.
And you don't.
Yeah, that's when we know that you have character. Then he added some words that there is so much wickedness hidden in poverty. and this is true. If you are seeking for money, make sure you have character.
You actually mentioned a very big point. I was listening to some podcast, and a certain pastor was saying that this verse that says, "No temptation comes to you
You can't.
that you cannot overcome." God has seen the power in you to overcome that particular temptation. That before you are exposed to a huge amount of money, you might never stand in any position to judge the person with
money.
money, because that temptation has not got to you.
You don't know
Because
how it feels.
You don't know how it feels, because if you accumulated that amount of money, you might even do worse than the person you're judging.
Exactly.
Sure.
But also not to forget Laban's point. Poverty comes with a lot of wickedness.
It hides a lot of.
A lot
Not
of
even
wickedness.
hide. It comes. It comes with a lot of wickedness. Poor people have wicked hearts. Honestly. Can't come here.
That seems personal. That seems personal and very deep. Okay. At one point, if we're saying money can buy happiness to some extent, that means happiness being related with money, there is also some unhappiness that is related with not having money.
Yes.
So which one is massive? Money with happiness or money? A lot of unhappiness is associated to poverty.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've seen people in challenges when they are happy. Sometimes happiness, happiness is supported by money.
So money is not the only contribution to happiness.
Yeah, and we talked about that. We've been seeing many things that are valuable. People are going through things that you can't handle, and they are happy. They've understood what really matters beyond the money.
To our dear viewers, I want to thank you so much for being with us this far. The topic of money buying happiness can have a lot of narratives around it. Money buying happiness exclusively depends on where you want to go with it, or money not being the ultimate or the only piece that can get you happiness. At the end of the entire life, the question still remains to you: what will matter more, the amount of money accumulated or the quality of life experienced? We leave this question to you to comment and share and continue this conversation on our social media platforms. I had a pleasure to share this topic with Laban Musinguzi, Bo Caroline, and Alan Mugisha. My name is Benedict Luswata. I'll have you next on the other show. God bless you.